first and foremost, it feels good to be back playing so soon. I saw a chiropractor last week. My pelvis was out of place, which was obviously bothering my back, which was what was causing the problems with my hip. I had a realignment, and the swelling went down pretty much instantaneously right after that. So it's just a matter of stretching, resting, icing, resting to try and get ready for this week. Today it felt really good. The back, that is. Yesterday I was a little worried because it was my first day back, and you could imagine the tension I was having, especially with the back muscle tightening up every once in a while. But I just kept on doing my stretches even while I was out on the golf course yesterday, and today it loosened up a bit. The front nine, I got off to a good start. I was one under through two. I birdied the second hole, which is the 11th par 5. On the next tee box, I actually had a bit of a muscle spasm and I just blocked it so far right off of the tee. Hit a ball out, just got back into my stretching, and I made a double on that hole to go to 1 over. I hit a really good shot on the next hole, par 3. It's like a 7-footer for birdie. I had 194. Made a great save on the next hole, and then the follow hill, another par 5. Man, I hit a really good drive. I only had 125 flag on a par 5. I mean, I hit an amazing drive up there, and I three-putted it, and I didn't let it go. I only had about 15 feet. It was downhill. I thought it was going to be slicker than it was. I left myself 4.5 feet, a 4.5-foot slider, and I missed it. Well, 5.5-foot slider, and I missed it. And I didn't let it go. Next was a par 3. Hit it in the trap, hit a good bunker shot out, and still hadn't let go of the, three-putt in the last hole. And I was, I had to kind of check myself after I missed the putt for par, the 5-footer for par. Like, bro, you're not playing bad. I know you just came off an injury, but you gotta stick this out, man. You're a great golfer. And then I get up on 17, which was my 8th hole, and I hit a wedge to about 2 feet. And I was like, come on, Daniel, you're a great golfer. Let's just keep it going. It was actually it was pretty windy today. We had gusts up to 40 while we was out in the afternoon. Pod 18. Get up on 1. This is probably the wind was its strongest. It was dead into the wind. And English golf courses are extremely tight, but it was 420 uphill, dead into it. I had to step up and just hit a good driver, which I did. And I hit a good shot into the green. Took an unfavorable bounce and landed about 5 feet from the flag. Had about 25 feet, and when I hit my putt, I hit a really good putt, and then put on the greens when it's late in the day, they get a little bumpy. My ball just hopped off line, so I was like, man, that's a good stroke. So, keep your head up. Next hole was 460, dead into the par 4. Tight again, but I hit my 5-wood on this one because my driver would have gotten me into a little bit of trouble with a few bunkers in the fairway. I had 205 flag, hit a punch 5-iron to about 30 feet. I was like, all right, you got a straight downhill putt. Left it 5 feet short again because it was just hopping a little bit on the greens, and I missed the 5-footer. I misread it. And that's been the common theme. But again, I'm telling myself, you're not playing bad. It's just that you're making little mental errors. You're misreading a few putts, misunderstanding what's going to happen with these putts. All of that is just, again, I took a week off to rest and recuperate. So that's just rust. Next hole, par 3, PM back right, 200 yards into the wind again. Hitting the green side trap and hit a good bunker shot up to about 5 feet again. And I misread this one as well. I overread it because I had underread the last one. So it's just a matter of, again, just these mental errors that happen when you take time off or, you haven't been competing as much as you would like to be. Next hole, I hit a poor tee shot, hit an even worse second shot, had a 40-yard bunker shot, and then I get up and down. So I said, all right, cool, keep it going. Next hole, hit a poor tee shot. Back's really getting tight at this point. I had to chip out sideways, had about 80 yards to the flag, hit it to 10 feet, made the putt. I was like, all right, cool. Come on, let's keep it going. You got a few hills coming in. You got a tough hill in the next one, a good par three, a tough par four, and then par five. If you hit two good shots, you can get him in two. Like just stay in it. And I hit a not so good drive on the next hill. It was 460. Hit it in the right rough. I hit a 5 wood off the tee. I had 180 flag. I hit a 7 iron, and I hit it right where I wanted to, but the ball didn't react coming out of the rough the way that I anticipated. So I left myself a 40 footer, and I left the 40 footer 5 feet short. I had a downhill slider for par, and my ball again just took a hop on the green. And that's when you have to continue to tell yourself you aren't playing bad. It's a little late in the day. A couple of things aren't going your way, and it's okay. Just every shot counts. Every shot matters. Played the next 3 hills really well. Had 186 flag, but it was down 8, so it was 178. Hit an 8 iron. Had about 30 feet, 2 putt. Next hill, it's about 430. Back into the wind again. Hit 5 wood off the tee. Had 125. Of course, the play is pretty firm, as you can imagine, but I hit a really good sting of 5 wood. I had 125 flag, and I hit a wedge, but a gust of wind came up, knocked it off the green. Just took it hard left, and again, telling myself, it's not a bad shot. A gust of wind came up, that's okay. Your short game's been pretty darn good. Hit a great chip shot, it actually lips out, tap in par. I was like, all right, man, let's just finish strong. You, on the situation, circumstances that you're in right now, you just came back from a back injury. You haven't touched a club in a week, and you're back into a tournament. Be proud of yourself, man. Let's just step up here, hit a great drive, and keep it going. The hill 611, Earl, I had 240 flag. I stepped up and probably hit the best drive I'm hit in weeks. And the second shot, I hit great, pin high right, about 35 feet. And I was like, it's a little late. You see how the ball's been reacting on the greens. It's been hopping, which means that you have to put a little bit more into it. So I did. And I 2-putted from the distance that I hit, finished with a birdie. So it was really just a matter of telling myself, you're not really doing too many things wrong right now. 1, 2, you just came back off an injury, so you're gonna make mistakes here and there. And 3, just keep your head up, man. Like, you know how good of a golfer you are. Once you understand golf out here completely, you'll start to play well. You know how well you can play. Once you get hot, you're gonna get hot. Just stick in it. And the key to me, again, is like making sure I don't shoot myself in the foot. I still have opportunity to make the cut tomorrow. If I go out there and shoot a good number tomorrow, we get there a little earlier, spend a little bit more time reading the greens, and I should be okay. And like I said, I just got off the practice green just now, and I spent a lot of time just on green reading, because that seems to be the downfall as far as understanding what the ball's actually going to do on these greens out here. They have been majority Poana grass, which is very foreign to me, especially under these circumstances where it's firm, but they are slow at the same time. So when Poana is slow, it kind of reacts a little bit like Bermuda, whereas it can get a little grainy, but they get very bumpy. And being that they are slow, it's just a matter of like telling myself, you got to hit in the back of the cup. So tomorrow, getting rid of the same mindset. Like I said, get more into reading the greens and give myself a chance to make the cut. And if I don't, I have next week. I just got to keep on going, keep pushing, keep plugging away. But either way, I know I'm putting my best foot forward. And again, coming back from an injury, I think I did pretty well. And the recovery time was a lot shorter than I anticipated. But again, once I understand the greens a little bit better out here, I'm doing everything I can to learn them, but once I get it done, it's going to be a whole different story. So I'm just taking it one shot at a time, keeping my head up, staying positive, working hard. And it's going to happen.